So I spent 7 days off social media. I disabled all my social media platforms: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, and I was all offline. So obviously I'm going to be sharing the experience and what happened. There are definitely some good things and then the others are bad things. Now for the first days after disabling all the platforms, it's pretty so boring and stressing at some point because most of us are too addicted to our phones and the social media platforms. Well, I mean, you spend a lot of time scrolling through your phone, enjoying this and that, and we are really too excited. So you disabling all your social media platforms, it's like you are withdrawing from something that was actually getting you excitement, happiness, and that causes stress. You're going to feel a bit worried and some anxiety, but then in the long run there are better things to come along the way. And then the other thing is you feel a little less connected because I mean, you are used to talking to many people on your platforms, watching other people do stuff and all that. Now the moment you get off, it's now you, and it feels lonely. You feel like you are really too disconnected from the world and you actually can't interact with other people out. So social media is literally a two-sided sword. So it has the good side and then it has the bad side. Now looking at the good things that actually happened when I left social media, and that's the best side, and actually many. Now first things first, I was more productive and focused. Now I know we are all distracted because I mean we are too addicted. You're going to get on your phone, you want to scroll, let's say for 5 minutes watching some TikTok videos, but at the end of the day to realize you have actually been scrolling for 4 hours. Now that's 4 hours down. You could have actually used the 4 hours to do some more great work, and it's now down. And the problem is the moment you leave your social media, now you feel a bit demotivated because that's what happens, because you are just looking at other people's lives and you sort of try to relate to those people, and yet we are actually individuals and we live separate lives. So social media is a very key distraction, and the moment you get it out, you are more productive and actually even more creative. Now creativity comes in when you are now focused. You now have all the time to focus on, let's say, one task and get it done. If it's write a book or do a video, I mean, you just have to sit down and now it's all about you and your mind, and you are actually getting something done, as compared to when you are trying to do something and then all of a sudden a notification pops up and you have to check it out, and it's really too distracting. So my productivity levels were literally 10x. I was more productive, I was more focused, and I was really too creative. And then the other good thing is I was getting better sleep. Now personally, I do have a standard time. I always sleep 10 p.m. in the evening, but more often enough before I sleep, I'm on my social medias scrolling. It's like 1 hour towards bedtime, I'm still on my phone, you know, looking at some YouTube videos, doing this and that. And guess what? It's not even advisable for you to keep your screen time up for that long before you sleep. In actual sense, we are supposed to get off screens, whether it's your computer screen or your phone screen, at least 1 hour before you get to bed, so you can actually have better sleep. Now there are even some people who sleep late in the night at around 2 just because they were on social media scrolling TikTok. I mean, you're in your bed and all you have to do is to just turn around and you're just scrolling through TikTok, watching some funny creepy videos, I mean, at night. So it's like most people actually don't get better sleep in real life just because of social media. Now to me, I was actually getting better sleep because I was off screens for most of my time. For the people that I wanted to call or talk to, I would only ring them and we are on, but I was spending most of my time reading a book, and that's one of the best ways to actually get better sleep. Now the other thing is you feel less stressed. Now this is a problem with social media and we as people. Now because you watch many people on social media, at some point you feel like relating to some other person. Now remember, we are never the same. I'm different from you and you're probably different from the other person you watch on social media. Now the problem with this is we actually try to compare ourselves to other people, and guess what? In return we feel more stressed because in actual sense you feel like this other person is actually getting a lot of things done in the shortest time and you are just out there watching him or her. So you feel like, well, I think I'm too left behind, and guess what? It's now stress in return. And now the bad thing about this is when you get stressed, your productivity is getting down, you are no longer creative, you are now caught up in a whole loop of overthinking. And it's one of the worst things that should actually happen to anyone. Overthinking, getting stressed up just because you watch stuff on social media is, I think it's one of the worst things that you should actually accept happening to you. Now, the other thing is reconnecting with yourself. Now, we are really distracted from the real world. I actually don't know what happens outside of social media. Now, for anyone to bring out anything, all they have to do is to go through social media and media. I mean, they could actually spread some fake news out because we are always caught up on our social media. This is something where you are actually off your phone, and now it's you and yourself understanding who actually you are, what your goals are, what your intentions are, what should you be in the next future. Because I mean, that's what life is all about. It's all about you sitting down and understanding what you have to do, what you have actually been up to, journaling, writing down things and all events that are actually happening in your life, so you can actually reconnect with your real self. It's not all about you spending all your time on social media looking at other people, just like what I said, because I mean, at the end of the day, that's going to be more stressing and it's going to bring you down. You can actually do something bigger than that when you actually understand who you are in real life. So getting off social media really helped me reconnect with myself, understanding exactly, well, what I'm up to. Well, I do this, I understand, I know who I am, but when I'm off social media, I actually reconnect even better. Now, the last thing is social skills. Now, not to lie, personally, I don't interact with many people in real life. I spend most of my time home on my workspace, and I don't interact with many people in real life. But there's one thing, we all need to understand how to interact with other people. You need to understand, how am I going to actually talk to this person? How am I going to make a request? How am I going to respond when they make a request to me? You know, all these things. Maybe how am I going to approach a lady? How am I going to do this and this? So I mean, this can only be done when you are off media. Now, I've seen people who actually step into a gathering and all they have to do is to just keep on their phones scrolling. Yet at that time, you could actually connect with more people, make friends, and that friend could actually be helpful in the near future. So getting off social media is literally going to boost your social skills and confidence, most especially, because I mean, on social media, it's literally virtual. You are talking to someone, but this is not real life. When you face someone face to face, it's way too different. The reactions, the excitement, and all the emotions are going to really create a difference between how it would feel on social media and how it actually feels in real life. So summing this all up, getting off social media is very, very great, and it's going to improve and boost your whole life. Well, 10x or even more. It's like the more time you spend on social media, the better your life is going to become. Well, the first days could be stressing because I mean, well, we do use social media to interact with people. Some other people use it for business, and then some other people just use it to consume, watch other people do this and that. But then on the other side, you could actually be more productive, more creative, understand who you are in real life, connect with more people, and even become more confident, and you are going to boost your social skills. So that's it for today's video, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please consider smashing the subscribe button. The whole target is 100k, and surely that would be the biggest thing in my life, and I would even feel more motivated to bring out some more creative work just like this. So let me see you in the next video. Out.